Okay, this session is going to be core focused, so I hope you are ready for this. Just going to take the sunglasses off because you probably don't need those for this. Okay, so without further ado, let's come around and we're going to start today's session in Baddha Konasana. Okay, so let's bring our feet together, and if you want to bring them further apart, so we've got a nice diamond. So create a little bit of space between your sit bones and your heels. Start to just find your sit bones sitting nice and upright. Take a moment to lift through the crown of the head. Let's take this opportunity to do some gentle shoulder rolls. So perhaps rolling them backwards, rolling them forwards, and then alternate that rolling. So let's get a little bit of movement going. And then start to do some head rolls. So starting by dropping the chin to the chest, rolling the head to one side. We're just going to do half head rolls, rolling around to the other. So you're creating this lovely arc as we move, while we just hold onto the feet. So all this while we're working on the shoulders and the neck, the hips are getting a gentle open. Bring the head back to center. Now, if it feels comfortable to bring your feet slightly closer in, that's fine. That might be good for you. Taking the hands behind us, come onto tented fingertips, so onto those fingertips. Externally rotate your shoulders and see if we can fully extend the arms. So bring your hands back as far as you need to. And open the chest. So as you're opening the chest, we're feeling like we're pressing the knees down towards the floor. The outer edges of the feet are pressing towards each other. So we're getting a nice, gentle openness of the hips and the heart. Good. Look up if it feels good. Another couple of breaths here. And then draw that belly button to the spine. Release the hands down now to the ankles or the feet, and let's round through the spine. So perhaps you're bringing your your chin towards your chest, drawing that belly button back. Again, we're just allowing those knees to drop as much as they want to. Come back to center and take your hands on the outside of your knees. Let's bring the knees together. And in the center of your mat, hands below knees now, take left and right shin so that they're parallel with the mat. Take a little bit of time to find your balance here. So we're going into a fairly easy Navasana to start with. Finding some length. Don't know if you can hear the cats going mad here. Through the spine. Point your toes, and when you feel ready, slowly reach your arms forwards. Now you can keep pressing the arms against the shins if you wish. This is a really nice variation to help your stability. But if you're ready to gently take the arms away, turn the palms up. And if at any time you want to come back to that pressing of the hands against the shins, you can do that. If you've already got your hands away from your legs, stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Draw that left knee towards you as the right leg extends, but it doesn't touch the mat. So keep pressing the leg away. Keep hold of that left knee. And we're going to switch. So hug and extend whilst we're keeping this balance. So your spine doesn't want to round when you're doing this. See if you can keep your chin to your chest and think about pressing the toes away. I like to keep pointing my toes, but if you're more comfortable to press the heels away, that's fine too. Let's do a couple more on each leg. Good. Finishing with the left leg, and hold the right knee in for a moment longer, just as we did the left to start with. And then lower the left leg, cross the right leg over the left, and find your seated twist, or we're about to move into a seated twist. Lift head, neck and spine. Press the left foot away. So we've got nice active foot. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Really reaching fingertips away. Use your exhale to turn towards the right. So it's a closed twist. Right hand comes close into the spine, holding that bent knee. Looking over the shoulder gently. Take a breath in. More important to find the lift and length than it is the twist. So maybe closing the eyes and not worrying about how deep the twist is. Let's see if we can find length through the spine today. That's going to help with our core strength. Keep pressing the left heel away. Good. Now let's come back to center. Leave that left leg long and we'll come into our cow face pose, or a half cow face pose, where we're dropping the right knee, stacking it on top of the left, shoelace pose. Inhale. If you wish to pop your fingertips underneath the extended leg, that's great. As we exhale, start to bring the chest down. Doesn't need to go very far, just a tiny hinge at the hips can really get deep into that left hamstring. Notice what happens if we press the left heel a little bit further away and the toes come towards the face. You might want to inhale and lift the chest and exhale, draw it a little bit deeper. Great. Use your next inhale to lift. Bring that right knee out. Give it a good hug. Tip back, because we're going to go into our Navasana variation. Point both toes as you raise that left leg and switch once again. So the right leg is extended. Keep hold of that left knee for a moment. And let's place the right foot down onto the mat. Left foot now crosses over the right. Right leg is fully extended. So we're starting to work into our seated twist. Come high onto your sit bones and inhale, arms up and overhead. Use your exhale to turn, left hand behind you, right hand hugs into that left knee. Now by closing the eyes once again, we're really looking to see if we can find length over and above the depth of your twist. Good, another full breath. Slowly come back to center. Keep the right leg extended. Drop the left knee so it's stacking on top of the right. We're coming into that shoelace pose. Inhale, lift the chest, popping the fingers underneath that extended knee. Exhale, bring the chest just as far down as feels good, and that may not be very far. Think about pressing those extended heel away. So that right leg wants to feel really lovely and strong. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring that chest a little closer. Inhale, lift. Good, exhale, come down. Let's do two more. And lift the chest and hook that leg. We're going to hug the right knee to the chest, bring the left knee to the chest and just balance for a moment before we cross the ankles. Come around to the front of your mat, send both legs back and find plank. Good. Take a breath here. And exhale. Nice strong up feet, so keep those toes tucked. We're going to lower, so the left elbow is where the right hand was, right elbow is where the left hand was, forearm plank. Spread the fingers, press into the fingertips, and start to walk your feet forward. So we're coming into a dolphin pose. Feet don't come too far forwards, just enough so that you can lift your hips, press into the heels, allow the chest to come down as if you were doing a downward facing dog on your forearms. Keep your forearms close together, so we've just got them about parallel if you can. Don't let them splay out too far. And see if you can really press your heels back. Stay here for another breath. See if you can deepen fractionally. And then walk your finger to your toes back and find your forearm plank once again. Left hand where left elbow was, right hand where right elbow was, and lift the hips to come to downward facing dog. Release the left hand. Take it over towards the right leg. Let's come into that twisted variation. Really drawing that left shoulder down. Left hand comes where right is. Swap them over. Coming into that twist on the other side. Both hands back on the mat. Let's roll back through to a plank. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, come to cobra. Exhale, come down. 2 more cobras. Just to warm up the spine a little. If you're ready for an up dog, come for your next lift, pressing into the hands, fully extending the elbows, pressing to the tops of the feet. If you're not, work just in your cobra, and we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Let's raise the right leg, 3-legged dog, squaring the hips off. Bend the right knee. Let's bring the right knee to the right elbow and press it back. Right knee to left elbow. Press it back. Right knee to right wrist, so a little bit lower. Press it back. Right knee to left wrist. Back to 3-legged dog. So we're going to do a couple more of those. So it's back to elbow. 3-legged dog. Cross it over so you're getting to obliques. 3-legged dog. Wrist. 3-legged dog. Well done. One more. Left wrist. 3-legged dog. Now we're going to stack the hips. So keeping that right knee bent, start to lift the right knee. And 2 circles. Just to oil that out. Great. Raise the right leg. Bring it all the way through this time, so it's stepping through. And we'll make our way into a high lunge. Raising the arms. Inhale and exhale here. Just catch your breath. Nice strong legs. Keeping the front knee bent. Hands to heart. We're going to step the back foot forwards into that chair variation. Release the arms up and overhead. Extended mountain. And then exhale, swan dive all the way down to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Let's pick the left leg up, send it all the way back once again. Join it with the right so that we're in a full plank. Options for knees, chest, chin, or if you're working with chaturanga to upward facing dog, you can work there. If you're in a knees, chest, chin, come to cobra. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Give yourself the chance to catch up. Slow down. Reconnect. And then keeping that right leg nice and grounded, raise the left leg. Bend the left knee. Left knee comes to left elbow. And then send it back to 3-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow. 3-legged dog. Left knee to left wrist. And 3-legged dog. Left knee to right wrist. 3-legged dog. Let's bend that left knee and start to stack the hips. So you're lifting it as high as it will go before we do 2 circles. Return to 3-legged dog before you bring that left foot all the way forwards. Lifting the chest, take arms up and overhead to high lunge. Hands through heart center. Keeping the front knee bent. Step forwards with the back, joining it so that you're in that chair variation. This time we're going to stay in full chairs by raising arms up and overhead, just going a little bit deeper. Press into the heels, come into extended mountain. And swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Forward fold. Now this time we're going to keep the fingertips on the mat and come onto the toes. So you're lifting the heels high off the mat. Zip your legs together if they've not already done that and start to drop the hips. We're coming into this toe balance variation, great for your core. If you want to keep fingertips on your mat, you can. So if you lift the chest, perhaps we can lift the hands off the mat. Bring your thumbs to your sternum. Eye gaze gently forwards. See if you can let your heart rate slowly start to just go down a little. Now your challenge here, we're going to keep the thumbs on that sternum as we press into the toes and see if we can slowly come to standing, staying on our toes. And then reverse that, so slowly bringing the hips back down. This is a good one for your balancing your core. We're going to do that again. And also for your drishti. So use your eye gaze to help you steady. Slowly coming back down. If you can keep the heels off the whole time, that's great. Don't worry if you need to touch down. And then bringing the fingertips to the mat. Let's bump the bottom down. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together just as we did at the start of the class. Allowing the knees to come out to the side. Slowly just connect back into your Baddha Konasana. So perhaps you want your feet and your ankles, so your feet and your hands connected. Lifting the spine, just allowing the knees to fall to the sides. Let's go back to making that lovely arc with the head, just stretching through the neck. Lifting the chest if you wish to hinge at the hips and come into the forward fold variation. You could do that now. Slowly use your next inhale to stack head, neck and spine. Take the hands outside of the knees, bring them together, wrap the arms around your knees and give yourself a good hug. Take time here just to heel toe your feet a little bit wider and let the knees drop to one side. Let them drop to the other side. So we're just relaxing the hips here before we bring ourselves back to the center of the mat and close our practice. I hope your core feels fired up and ready for the rest of your day.